The industry doesn't want you to know the truth about what you are eating, because if you did, you might not want to eat it. This is a quote from a documentary film produced by Robert Kenner in 2008.
The way we eat has changed more in the last 50 years than in the previous 10,000. The modern supermarket has on average 47,000 products.
The industry doesn't want you to know the truth about what you're eating, because if you knew, you might not want to eat it.
We've never had food companies this powerful in our history.
Everything we've done in modern agriculture is to grow it faster, fatter, bigger, cheaper.
If you could grow a chicken in 49 days, why would you want one you got to grow in 3 months?
When you go through the supermarket, there is an illusion of diversity. So much of our industrial food turns out to be rearrangements of corn.
Sometimes you look at a vegetable and say, okay, well, we can get 2 hamburgers for the same price.
They have managed to make it against the law to criticize their products.
There is an effort to make it illegal to publish a photo of any industrial food operation.
I find it incredible that the FDA wants to allow the sale of meat from cloned animals without any labeling.
Peanut butter contaminated with salmonella.
E. coli has been found in spinach, apple juice.
Smells like money to me.
The average consumer does not feel very powerful. It's the exact opposite. When we run an item past the supermarket scanner, we're voting for local or not, organic or not.
Look at the tobacco industry.
The battle against tobacco is a perfect model of how an industry's irresponsible behavior can be changed.
Imagine what it would be if, as a national policy, the idea would be to have such nutritionally dense food that people actually felt better, had more energy, and weren't sick as much. You know, now see, that's a noble goal.
People have got to start demanding good, wholesome food of us, and we'll deliver, I promise you.
This 2 hours long document examines corporate farming in the United States, concluding that agribusiness produces food that is unhealthy in a way that is environmentally harmful and abusive of both animals and employees. The narrator of the film is Michael Pollan and Eric Schlosser, and its concrete release date was September 7 in 2008. The film is divided into 3 segments. The first of them is industrial production of meat, the second one is industrial production of grain and vegetables, and the third one is focused on economics and legal powers such as food labeling regulations of the major food companies, the profits of which are based on supplying cheap but contaminated food, the heavy use of petroleum-based chemicals, and the promotion of unhealthy food. 3 segments are divided into 10 subsegments. Now we can have a look on some elements of this film, which are sometimes specific and a little bit different from other documentaries. The almost majority of the film is composed by direct testimonials. These testimonials are usually made with some people from business or people who are affected by the problematic. You can see this in the first part of the film, where there is a chicken farmer who is describing a business with chickens. Or when there is a poor family who can't afford a healthy food such as broccoli and describing their problem that they would rather buy fast food because it's cheaper than healthy vegetable or fruits. The commentary style is usually extremely formal and doesn't contain very much of emotions. The voiceover of the show is very formal, it doesn't contain emotions, only facts, and it uses only simple and short sentences which go straight to the point. The language of the testimonials corresponds with the topic because the people who are interviewed are mostly farmers or from the agriculture business. They uses the farming slang and speak more semi-formal. Many of them did not contain much emotions, so the document is not very dramatical. From the camera style, I have to point on the wide-angle shots, panoramic shots or droning, which are plenty of them in this film. During the testimonials, people are filming from the side, so they do not look directly in the camera. Second part of the film, we can see some archival shots which providing us information about how the farming looks in the history. Also, there are some handheld shots which are following people while walking. The background of the testimonials are usually connected with the topic, so the people who are interviewed are sometimes located in front of some cattle or in the fields. It contains very strong images and some of them are not easy to watch. The mode is negative and the document attempts to disgust its audience. I would love to say that this document is fact-based, but there are some scenes and images that proves that is little bit more biased. See this, for example, at the start of the film when there is a chicken farmer who is describing the process behind the chicken industry. She is for some reason telling that the chickens are mostly killed by the illegal migrants and workers from Mexico. This information isn't very relevant and useful for the topic, but because it will make the problem seem even worse than it is, the makers of the film decided to put it in. Also, they are always said that this corporation didn't want to give us an interview and underline this information, write it in big letters on the screen to show the audience that this corporation is the evil one in this problematic. So there is a huge emotional manipulation in the part called the dollar process, where it's the poor family describing its problem, whether they want to decide it that they will eat healthy food or unhealthy food, and because they don't have enough money for the healthy food, they decide to eat unhealthy food. To conclude this, I would say that it wasn't bad document. Would I watch it again? Absolutely not. Why? Because it was just too long and there was so many different information. If it was on me, I would cut off some of the parts, make it a little bit short, so it would be easier for the audience to pay attention. At the end, I would love to thank you for watching. Leave some likes and nice comments here and hit the subscribe button. Thank you, bye!